If you love dragging and you're looking to get a new goggle and you're curious about size, stick around. I got the whole gang here. Hello and welcome to My Glass Tyler right now, Snow Goggle Tyler. If you are ready for a new goggle and you just absolutely love dragging, I want to help you decide which one of these will be right for you. Before I get into it, some things that all of these guys are going to share in common, so I don't have to repeat myself. Since we're doing pretty much the whole collection, really what it boils down to is LumaLens. Really just all of these are available with that LumaLens tech, which is amazing. If you're unfamiliar with LumaLens, it helps to boost and enhance contrast, which helps to improve depth perception cues, better visibility, better color perception, just a better reading of the terrain and reading the snow. Also, it helps to reduce eye fatigue, which is going to help you last longer on the mountain and can actually maybe be looked at from the angle of a little more safe because you're not struggling with eye fatigue. Another thing they all share in common, which is very important to me, is that they are all prescription ready. They can all take one of our prescription inserts, which is amazing. With that, you never have to stress about jamming your nice, expensive, fancy glasses in your goggle, which could get wrecked and then ruin your whole trip, or suffer through contacts, which for most people, again, means you don't get to spend as much time on the mountain because they get uncomfortable, they start to get dry, just not a good experience. This really is the best solution for you. If you are a prescription wearer and you haven't been using these, definitely check them out. They're awesome. And while we're talking about checking them out, if you decide to order from SportRx, do not forget about our CBITR guarantee, because with that, you're never stuck with something you don't like or doesn't work for you. You have as long as 45 days with them to figure that out, even if you get them in prescription. We want you to be happy with what you got, so we'll always take care of you. We also have opticians who would love to help you get it right the first time, so you can always reach out to us. We love hearing from you. All right, let's talk about these goggles. First up, we're going to start with their more price-friendly options. We have the Dragon DX. This guy has been around forever. I mean, most of their goggles here have been around for a very long time. The Dragon DX, probably the longest. This guy comes with a dual layer foam, which is nice and comfortable. It does have that moisture wicking fleece lining for comfort. It is a traditional cylindrical lens. It is a little smaller in lens size and a little more of that retro look for sure, because it hasn't changed. It's that same great DX. This is a great value because a lot of other goggle brands will not put their tint technology in their more price conscious models, but they did not do that at Dragon. You do get the LumaLens in this. You do not get a bonus lens, however. Whether that matters to you or not is up to you. The fit on this guy is a medium, smallest of the bunch. Next up, we have the DX3. This is kind of the latest evolution of the DX, and it is amazing if you're looking for a really good, straightforward, and also price-conscious option. It does have probably one of the widest lens visibility lenses you're gonna find because of how wide that lens is, and it is cylindrical. And so you get just a huge range of field of view. So it's really cool in that regard. Definitely surprises a lot of people when they put it on, how much they can see with this guy on. It's awesome. Another great value. And again, not a bonus lens with this, but still LumaLens. This is another one that has the dual layer foam with that comfortable moisture wicking foam being what touches your face, or moisture wicking fleece that touches your face. And this is another medium size fit, a little larger than the DX. And now we're getting into more of their main line. This is the NFXS, and so a part of the NFX line, which there is an NFX not S. The only difference between the S and the not S is that it isn't as tall. It doesn't have as much lens height. So if that's something that suits you, that helps you decide between the NFX and the NFXS. The S in this case does also uniquely, compared to the NFX itself, has venting in the lens, which you don't see too much these days, I think, with newer goggle styles. I don't know if people just find that it doesn't make that much of a difference in terms of venting, but it's there anyway. This is a cylindrical lens, a really fully frameless aesthetic Really solid goggle, big fan of this guy, and it does come with a bonus lens. Of course, all of these are Luma lens, like I said, so the bonus lens is also Luma lens. Really solid goggle. This is a medium to large fit. Hey, if you're liking this content, but maybe you have additional questions about Dragon snow goggles, or perhaps you have prescription needs, well, be sure to reach out to one of our very friendly and expert SportRx opticians because they're eagerly awaiting your call. And for even more Dragon reviews, unboxings, prescription Dragon content, check out our videos and our blogs. We'll put links in the description below. And next up, we have the NFX2. This is an update to the NFX, and I think probably the more exciting goggle, really just because of their switch lock technology, which is amazing. Super, super easy. You can do it with gloves on. It's just a switch up and down, locked, unlocked, and then you remove the lens and you can swap them out. If you're the kind of person who likes swapping their lenses earlier in the day, you have a lens that's good for bright light, lens is good for lower light, you know what the day is gonna look like, you put that lens in the middle of the day or in the beginning of the day, even in the middle of the day though. That's the other thing that's cool about this. Like I said, with gloves, you can store that additional lens, that bonus lens that does come with this, and you can swap them out as needed throughout the day. Again, cylindrical, really solid style. You lose some of that perfectly frameless, rimless aesthetic because it's necessary with that switch lock technology. However, very low profile frame on this, so definitely still, I think I would call it more of a rimless aesthetic. This is more of a medium to large fit. And next up, the X2S. I think I can talk about this and the X2 together because again, it's the same exact thing in that the S is just smaller in the lens height. A little difference in the armored venting. You have one solid piece in the S and then the two separate pieces with the non-S. I don't really think there's any performance difference there. They function really the exact same way. This is effectively the NFX, but instead of it being cylindrical, it is spherical. So with a spherical lens, you get a little more volume in the lens, so it can offer a little better fog protection, but also it gives you a little better optical experience. If you're unfamiliar with this, a huge benefit comes from traditional ways of doing a cylindrical lens versus the spherical lenses, because traditionally it was a flat lens and then they would just flex it around the goggle. A lot of optical issues come along with that. They don't do that anymore, at least most goggle companies don't do that anymore. Now they are all pre-molded, so you still get good optical quality even out of cylindrical lenses, but I think it's still a fair argument to say that the best is going to come out of a spherical lens. The downside is with a spherical lens, you don't get as much peripheral because it can't wrap around as much. There is a bonus lens included with this, also the switch lock technology, which is amazing. This is more of a medium to large fit, and honestly, like I said, is the same between the X2S and the X2 non-S. Just a difference in that lens height. And next up, we have the PXV, definitely a crowd stopper. Crowd stopper, is that a thing? Crowd pleaser for sure. This is a huge goggle, huge lens, cylindrical, oh, sorry, not cylindrical, toric design. So if you're unfamiliar with toric, it is where cylindrical is curvature only this way. A spherical is curvature this way and this way, but the same curvature. A toric lens gives you curvature this way, so you get the benefit of the peripheral vision from a cylindrical lens, but then there is some curvature in the vertical, so then you do get a better optical experience there. This goggle, again, similar to what I was saying, I think this is the only goggle that competes with that DX3 in terms of visibility. How much peripheral you have is insane in the PXV. This does come with a bonus lens. The only downside is it's a huge headache to swap lenses in this thing. I'm sorry, Dragon, I love you. You guys do great work. It is a big headache. We did do a how to interchange lens on this because people were asking. It is a straightforward method. It's just kind of a headache. Keep that in mind. And last but certainly not least, the PXV2. really what they did with this, I think effectively you get the same goggle between the two here, slightly different in the aesthetics, I think, and maybe it's by necessity because of what they did, but really the biggest area I notice is the nose is slightly different. But I think overall you're getting effectively the exact same goggle, except they took care of that lens interchange problem. You do have the Swift Lock interchange technology in the PXV2. Huge win. Great goggles, same amazing visibility, just much easier in terms of interchangeability. And of course, this does come with a bonus lens. And if I didn't mention it, I might have forgotten, large to extra large. So that wraps it up for our roundup on Dragon goggles. I hope you are now much better equipped to know which one of these is right for you. That was a whole goal here. If you have decided, stick around for a moment longer. We'll have an easy to click shop now button, take you directly to these guys. Also, if you're ready to order, don't forget about that See Better guarantee. I really think it gives you a ton of peace of mind, and if peace of mind is your thing, our opticians, that's like peak peace of mind, best peace of mind. Their whole goal is to help you get it right the first time. So definitely use this as a resource. Thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like because that helps us out. You can find relevant videos over here. If you're ready to shop any of these great styles, you can click this button right here. If you're looking for more content to consume, as we all are, I think you should check us out on our social media outlets because there's good stuff there. That's why I recommend it.